Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk big than actually reach great heights in his career. He may push people around at work and act like he knows everything, but that alone won't help him climb very far. Because he isn't willing to listen or grow, he'll often get stuck or make enemies.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to lose his temper quickly. Instead of looking for solutions, he might shout, blame others, or even make a scene. In tough times, he breaks down emotionally and creates more stress for everyone around him.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work find him difficult and are likely to keep their distance. He often rubs others the wrong way because he's bossy, quick to anger, and rarely polite or caring. It's common for him to be involved in conflicts or disagreements, and colleagues probably feel uneasy around him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he is more likely to feel insecure and even get upset rather than feel proud of you. He may act jealous or make hurtful comments, trying to make your achievement seem small or less important. You deserve someone who is genuinely happy for your growth. He is not likely to be that person.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he will likely feel insecure and hold it against you, even if he doesn't say it openly. He might act moody, make sharp comments, or try to make you feel guilty about your success. Instead of supporting you, he'll see your achievement as a threat to his pride.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He likes things to be done his way and may keep a strict routine with money, but that doesn't mean he's good at managing it wisely. He might try to control every little expense and get upset if things don't go exactly as he wants. However, his decisions aren't always practical, and sometimes he can spend impulsively just to prove a point or show off.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He may want to impress people or show off, even if it means spending beyond his limit. This need to look important sometimes gets him into trouble with money, leading to debt or stress.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's not open handed or truly kind when it comes to money or his way of thinking. Instead, he tends to be strict, controlling, and quite stingy, often putting his own needs and pride first. With him, don't expect much sharing, whether it's money, support, or an open mind.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. He likes to keep things his way and won't easily share details about what he earns or spends. If you ask about money, he might get defensive or even angry, making you feel guilty for bringing it up.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is only your job and may not offer much help around the house. Even if he sees something that needs to be done, he'd rather tell you to do it than roll up his own sleeves. This can leave you feeling overburdened and taken for granted in daily life.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will most likely just help by watching or telling you what to do rather than actually pitching in with chores or diapers. He's the type who stands by and gives instructions but rarely gets his own hands dirty. If you ask for real help, he may get annoyed or say it's not his job.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more interested in proving he's right than in understanding your side. When there's a disagreement, he is quick to argue and stubbornly sticks to his own opinion. This can leave you feeling lonely and unheard, even when you try to share your heart.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often loses control and can say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He might raise his voice, make threats, or say things just to cut you down and make himself feel powerful. Respect takes a backseat to his anger, and small problems can quickly turn into big fights.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Small problems can set him off, and his temper can make life feel tense and unpredictable. It's important not to ignore them.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility when he's wrong. Instead, he is quick to blame you or make excuses for his behavior. It's very hard for him to admit mistakes or show true humility.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to struggle with respecting your boundaries and may not easily accept no as a final answer. If you say no to something, especially if it hurts his pride or goes against what he wants, he might push back, argue, or keep pressuring you until you give in. Remember, you deserve a partner who values and respects your choices, someone who truly listens when you say no.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who's likely to take it very personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He might react with anger, guilt trips, or sulking, making you feel bad for setting boundaries. This can put a lot of pressure on you and make you feel like you always have to put his needs first, even when you're not comfortable or ready.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If he gets upset or wants to win an argument, there's a risk he might use things you shared or did in private to hurt you, embarrass you, or gain control. This can make you feel unsafe or exposed in your own relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not take loyalty very seriously. He likes attention and can be drawn to anyone who admires him or makes him feel important. Trust and faithfulness are shaky with him, and you may often feel insecure and hurt by his behavior.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be over possessive. He might act jealous if you talk to other men, check where you are and who you're with, or even try to control who you meet and what you do. This kind of behavior can make you feel trapped and unhappy in the relationship.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, What he calls being protective is really just a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he worries about your safety or well being, but in truth, he uses this as an excuse to decide what you can or cannot do. He wants things his way and expects you to follow, whether it makes you comfortable or not.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He's not likely to step in and share the responsibilities or help out without being asked. For him, parenting isn't about teamwork, it's about giving orders while you manage everything else.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly instead of staying calm. Small mistakes might make him shout, scold harshly, or act in a way that scares the children. This kind of reaction can hurt the children's self confidence and make them afraid to talk to him when they have problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to truly support you as both a mother and your own person. While he may expect you to manage all the household and parenting duties, he often ignores or belittles your needs, dreams, and identity outside the family. Over time, you may feel like you're losing yourself in the relationship.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is exactly the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but later ask or pressure you to quit once you have a child. He may say the right things in the beginning, but deep down, he expects you to give up your own goals to focus fully on the family according to his standards. This kind of change in support can leave you feeling tricked and frustrated as your dreams are put aside for his convenience.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but not show real warmth or genuine care. When they visit or talk, he may do what's expected out of duty, like greeting them or making small talk, but his heart won't really be in it. If there's a disagreement or if he feels challenged, he might become cold, disrespectful, or even blunt. He's the kind of man who expects your family to change for him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. Instead of trying to solve problems with patience or understanding, he may react with anger, sharp words, or stubbornness. Instead of feeling supported as a team, you might feel alone and caught between both sides.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely the kind of man who may seem modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife, daughter in law in front of his relatives. In public or at family gatherings, he will want you to follow their customs, dress modestly, and show extra respect to elders, even if he doesn't always do these things himself. He may put pressure on you to meet everyone's expectations and criticize or scold you if you don't.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with them rather than support you. He doesn't want to upset his own family or deal with drama, so he might leave you alone to handle the stress or blame you for the problem. This can make family issues feel even heavier because you won't have your partner by your side when you need him most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy. In a conflict with his mother, he will almost always choose her side over yours. No matter what the situation is, he will find ways to support her and may expect you to adjust or apologize, even if you are right. Your feelings and view might not matter to him when his mother is involved, leaving you feeling unsupported and alone.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Whenever you have a disagreement or a personal issue, he may run to them for advice or sympathy. instead of sorting things out just between you two. It also means he doesn't respect the boundaries and trust that healthy couples need.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel exhausting and lonely. You may always feel like you're walking on eggshells, worried about setting off his temper or being criticized for small things.